Pin it. It is in this chat.
Oh, yeah, but I also
You're
wrote down the
already
places we can look for them
screwed.
as well.
You press the button yet?
Probably.
Did you?
Barge late. Pin it.
Mute, mute, mute,
You know
mute.
who's
I heard
also late?
disco. I heard disco in the past. Whee!
You know who's also late?
Yes, past disco.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I need that back. I need to move that to that monitor. And then I need to put that over there. And then I need to put this over there.
Okay, but how are you failing this so badly?
I wasn't done moving the windows around. I was eating French fries.
Bad fuck.
Oh.
And I need the game.
He's
That's the
failed
game?
us
Yes.
all.
There we go. All right, done. Fixed it.
So, today, we're going to do a little bit of administrative stuff today. It'll probably be a 2-hour session today, because I do have a couple things I need to wrap up before Warno, but it'll mostly be planning for today, so everyone is aware. We are basically at the end of a story segment here, which means, what does that mean? It means, well, first that you need to roll for how much Warpstone you got for the Raiders, so, you know.
Get to it.
Get to it. Hurry up.
Roll good, Hans.
Disco's not allowed to roll because her bad luck would transfer.
My rolls are horrendous.
We don't want your luck touching our money.
You actually don't. It might be different.
Never mind, I want your luck touching it. Retract statement.
That was pretty disgusting, Ketchup.
It might be time for.
And then look, honestly, these rolls are going to happen. The only rolls we really need to be concerned about are
They
double
always happen. They always have.
All right, we need to make sure that we don't do anything, because if we do anything, today's going to be a bad day. This is a bad omen.
4 whoop tokens. That's pretty sad. But on the bright side, you have now finished this questline. Ludmilla is dead. That was not as planned, but Kyle will Kyle.
Technically speaking, having her alive was a secondary bonus objective.
Also,
the true objective was just killing her.
Hold on. The whole wanting Ludmilla alive was me. I wanted her alive.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle wanted her as a sex slave, I believe.
That's Dev.
Yeah,
That's
right
Dev.
To be fair, Dev's not here to defend himself.
We
It's
all
true.
had things we wanted Ludmilla for.
That's the spirit, Disco. Throw him under the bus.
Gnarl wanted
And you go,
a
Dev.
character that was a human face for Team PC.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what
That's precisely why you wanted her.
I wanted to take advantage
Look,
of her network.
Gnarl will broach no lies about his intentions.
It does kind of suck because I would have liked her network, but oh well. We'll have to build our own, so that'll be its own quest line.
I tried. I did try to take her alive, but apparently she was really good at grappling.
Our dice rolls were horrible when it
No,
came to capturing.
honestly, it just came down to the fact that I got ridiculously fucking unlucky with my
Yeah, but
intimidate.
I actually managed with the grapple as well. Like
Oh, no, that was good.
I got a
that-
good roll with it, but she just got a better roll, which sucks.
Yeah, I'm
because
just
that would
saying
have
it's like
actually
the
given
fact that
up.
I got like, what was it, a 95 and then like another like high 80s roll for my intimidate. That was just bad luck. Nothing we could have done after that point.
We
You should have
survived.
knocked out Kyle.
We did.
But sadly, nobody chose to knock out Kyle, and so what happened.
Well,
On the bright side, Anatoly Kamil has declared himself to be the rescuer of the town, as you learn later on from your spies that he was brought back by the Imperial Investigation Expedition, having gone single-handedly to clear out the smuggler's den.
pretty brave.
Very brave.
Our hero, if you will.
He very much owes those hands.
He killed a handful of the guards and he scared off the rest with his manliness, and he also killed the evil witch who had cast a spell on the soldiers, the good men of the city, you see. And he recovered the rune fang and the suit of armor.
Okay, so Wizard Dude actually did not take that with him when he walked out.
Good to know.
That was my concern.
Your concern is noted. But no, Anatoly is the hero. He has saved many a thing today, and he has gained a great deal of honor and reputation, frankly. He has been in meetings with the hetman and the imperial legates. You don't know any details about that because your spying does not run into the hetmans or area. But there has been many a toast made to Anatoly in the tavern. His name has grown rather rapidly, though it has only been about a day.
Perhaps we should get in contact with him.
Well, that is, of course, where today's main topic comes in, because you have finished this part of the story quest. You're done dealing with the smugglers now, and you have dealt with the Rune Fang and the Banner. Both have now been returned. Everything is happy-dappy, luppy-duppy, and the Imperium is likely to back off for the time being, at least in this area, since they've got their stuff back. This means that all of you gain 1 fate point.
Yay.
We did it. Where do I add
Now
that?
here's the question.
But where the
No,
hell
it's
do I
an
put it?
it's an improvement. Add it to improvements. 1.
It's FP, isn't it?
Remind Dev to add his fate point.
No,
Dev
don't
doesn't
worry
go
about it.
because he's not here.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not gonna.
He
No.
wasn't here. His loot just lies on the ground, ready to despawn.
I don't mind taking his share of the gold, but I do want him to have his fate point.
His fate point is just sitting there like a shiny object on the ground with a 5-minute despawn.
Gibbs, how did you get a second fate? 4 fate points in total. Well, you see, Dev.
You see, I num them. Diablerie is a wonderful thing.
No, French fry fell on the floor. No.
How exactly is Dev late? He was
Gibbs,
being a
30
pest an hour ago.
30-second rule. It's fine. Just eat the fry.
I did.
Let's see. So that means Kyle has 3 fate points now.
He's gonna fuck me hard, guys.
I think, yeah, I mean, that's more rerolls than I'm necessarily comfortable
Look,
with.
Arch, maybe we can come to an agreement. Maybe I can take his fate point off.
Don't
his hand.
worry,
Given-
Barch. I'll be liberal with them. There you go.
Given
You should
how bad we are at rolling.
I'm hearing a lot of we talk here.
You're pretty bad at rolling too. You threw your
Excuse me, woman,
your
but I
halberd
have
into
I have
you
a
threw
fairly
your
high
halberd
weapon
into
skill.
a bush and
Not
then
once,
got it
but
stolen
twice.
by an orc. Don't tell me your rolls are good.
We had to do a battle to get it back, mind you.
No, about
No.
to get half of it back.
That's
Which
true.
a battle we were going to do anyway, so you can't really count that as us going out of our way to get it
You
back.
don't know that, Hans. You don't know that. He's like, I do though.
Look, all I need to convince you to do is just fight Grimgor Ironhide for the other half of my blade.
That's fine.
It's like, who did you say we had to fight? No one important.
Just minor orc war chief.
Basically, goblin. Yes.
Nobody.
Not like a super orc with a super orc army. No worries.
Basically, orc Janet.
Wondering
Mike.
what Grimgor Ironhide's stats would be like in the RP. Probably like 6 attacks, fucking 520 odd armor or something.
We'll find out soon enough.
100 strength, 100 weapon skill.
Right, see if you can push him out a window, Kim.
Perhaps Dev is in the
But-
bathroom.
You now need to figure out where you're going from here, because you've got a little bit of a lull now. You've established your base. It's running pretty well. You've got one raiding crew out and about doing its thing. And you've managed to put Anatoly in a very exalted position within the city, though, well, your hopes of taking over the criminal underground has not gone quite to plan. In fact, there has never been less thieves in Zavastra than now.
There is an
What
advantage.
I'm hearing
in that.
is there's a power vacuum to fill.
There
That's what I'm
is.
saying.
Yeah, I also feel like we need to remind him that he owes us and that he tried to betray us. And what we
We will.
The thing is, if his home is outside of the Adamant's house, worst case, we can just plant a shit ton of explosives beneath his house.
That's true.
Yeah, but we want him to know that,
We
so
want
that
to
he does
use
as
him.
he's told.
Yep. He's going
He
to
needs to
be
remember who he
puppet.
owes.
I'm just saying, sneaky, squeaky, boom, boom. That's all.
Now, one thing we might need to do is do some fear reminding, but we should let him have his little moment. But we should also, we do want to exploit this still and continue to prop up our quote-unquote collaborator, because we're going to need him to keep ascending the
Yeah.
ranks of power.
So I'm very sorry for being late, but while Arch and Discordia were being late, I decided to record a video. I just finished it, so I'm here.
All right, now I retract my defense of Dev.
It's not a very good excuse, Dev. Your
Sure it is.
your misunderstanding of time zones is not an excuse.
I squeezed in some productive work and in between, so it's okay.
And we're 10 minutes late.
Don't worry.
Sorry,
The
so-
fact that he doesn't get a fate point should make up for that.
Oh yeah. So what was the fate point story?
Literally
Yeah,
just
it
finishing the last
despawned by
segment.
now.
I mean, I actually assume I don't get it because I wasn't part of the fight. Like I was stuck in bed.
That's
Listen to him.
not how that works, Dev. The thing is, remember when I talked with the Arch and how we should do the XP in the beginning of the game? Party pool XP part, just like generally everybody gets it because the idea is we all know each other. We're all gonna put in effort. Normally, right, Dev? Dev's like.
Here's the thing. If you didn't get those, you would be behind the party.
Yes, and we're not going to allow you to go without them. So you do get one fate point.
Well, I'm already behind the party because I lost one fate point.
Yes,
The party lost one fate point.
but it was everyone in the party lost one.
Well, no. I lost another one.
You had to burn one, yes.
I had to burn one to survive that fight
Yes,
in the
but
tomb.
That's not
Then
the point.
let me
of how
put it
this
to you
works.
this way. Then you'd be even further behind.
Okay, so how many fate points does everyone have?
Right now, I would have 2, but
I have 3.
before this session, I just had 1
I would have 5. Just kidding. I'd have 4.
because
You have 4?
didn't roll
I have
too
3.
terribly well for my starting fate
I
point
have 3.
pool.
I was joking.
Yeah, because
Right,
I
right.
started with an extra one when I rolled for it.
Yeah, Disco just rolled
That's
really
fine.
well and got
Yeah.
an
It's
additional
about the
fate
only
point.
time I rolled really well, to be fair.
Yeah, because I had to burn a fate point to survive at that shit show at the beginning.
Well, that's
Then
what
I
you
had to
get for
burn
getting
these
turned
ones
to
down.
paste, Dev, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So.
That's what we get for just letting a buzzsaw just grind against armor for like a minute.
So what do we actually get the fate point for doing? Like, what was the?
TLDR, it's story progression.
Oh, okay. Do I actually get it, Arch, even though I didn't fight?
Yes.
Okay.
See,
I
what
mean,
we
if
should
you're
do is
not
give
going
him
to
half
take
a
it,
hit
I
fate
will
point.
gladly take that fate point off your
It
hand.
needs to roll a 50-50 dice roll to use it.
I'll have half a fate point.
Decimal fate points.
What are the fortune points for? Like, what's that all about?
You don't really use them.
Technically
In
speaking,
the
fate and fortune is supposed to be different things. Fortune is supposed to be your rerolls. Fate is supposed to be your get the fuck out of jail cards. But they're bound up in the same way. So
Okay.
if you
you
lose
get
a
a
fate,
fate,
you lose a fortune.
Yeah, if you get a
Right.
fate, you get a fortune. So just for ease of bookkeeping, he's basically said fate and fortune are the same thing.
All right.
Essentially. So, first part of your plan is re-establishing contact with Anatoly Camille.
I have a feeling that's not going to be too hard since last time I heard, his servant entrance wasn't blown up or assaulted. So that line of communication should still be good.
Now, very much true. But one thing is, we should definitely have a plan of what we want to do. I think we should pursue, quest-wise, we should go down for Disco's character quest thing, because we should do a character quest. We've been doing a lot of story
Yay.
quests for a while, and I think it's
And
time to
kind
do
of-
some other stuff.
Who knows?
Not give progression,
Yeah.
otherwise.
Maybe when we're out doing her stuff, we can get some clues as to where the other half of Gnarl's halberd went.
God damn it. God damn it.
I'm gonna fucking get that blade. I'm gonna make Disco make it to be a super awesome weapon. And if anyone says it's not, if it's shit, he's gonna clonk them over the head with it.
Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take his old halberd and his new halberd and like zip tie them together.
No,
Like,
no,
here
not
you go. Made better, yes.
No, even better.
No,
Do you remember?
I'm the,
Do you remember the commercial?
I'm the engineer, Hans.
No, Disco, you don't understand. Do you remember the commercial for The Last Jedi where it was the Swiss Army Knight
No.
of lightsabers?
Oh, God.
That, but halberd.
Yeah, they're just getting like zip tied together.
They're zip tied backwards.
I make better, yes. No, it's just like.
So what I'm hearing is double-bladed halberd. Got it. I can do the Darth Maul pose finally with Gnarl.
Yeah, I suppose I could zip tie them that way instead, so that there's like a blade on each end.
Also, speaking of weapons, one thing I was thinking about that I would want to get for Gnarl is actually a thing catcher. It's 13 tokens and its class is two-handed, which the Black Skaven get during character generation.
That's a special weapon. Ketchup, do you have the talent
Ooh.
for special weapons? Ketchup?
It says two-handed, which Black Skaven do get.
Yeah, but be a two-handed special weapon, I guess, because like I have
Special.
two-handed guns.
If that's the case, then you would have to tell me specifically what it would fall under, because in the game items, it just says two-handed.
That's where ketchup is wrong. Again. Terrible ketchup. So looking for Grimgore Ironhide is quest number 2.
Technically,
we
it's not.
can look.
Technically, it's not. It's literally just finding the blade, because I doubt it's actually with him.
It isn't with him, but it's funnier to say it is. Now,
He probably keeps it like around his neck as like
I don't know. I don't think he's actually
as a
anywhere near-
necklace or something.
I don't think he's actually anywhere near these mountains, or just where we are in general.
No, I think that's where we're gonna find it. He's gonna be wearing it as a piece of jewelry. You're gonna have to take it from his corpse.
I mean, Gnarl will, if that's the case.
Gnarl needs to be punished, I think. Arbitrarily, of course.
I think Karstega should try summoning some Damons.
Matt Damage. I do kind of want to, I'm not gonna lie.
Unironically, getting a familiar would be a very wise thing for you to begin focusing on, because familiars have a lot of uses, including the ability to not blow up your entire party every time you cast a spell.
How do I start going about getting a familiar?
Well.
Speak, Blondie, speak.
Don't know if I want to now, actually.
It's like, now you told me to. Self-conscious when I open my mouth.
Well, there are 2 types of familiars, broadly speaking. You can get a demon. Now, normally, you wouldn't be able to get a demon, but due to your connoisseurship of the Horned Rat's brown eye, you have unlocked that path as well. So you can get a demonic familiar, which have their own little sets of things, or you can get an arcane familiar. The main difference is your demonic familiar will need to be summoned via a ritual. That's going to require a certain amount of resources. And you can also summon a demon based on the level of the demon you want. So you can summon a lesser demon, a servant demon, or even up to a greater demon. But you have to pay experience for them.
I'm so glad I've got a pool of
I
that.
start smiling. It's like, I hear you have some banked experience.
Yes, I will take a Chaos Demon Prince. He's like, you can't! You don't have the XP! Shows him XP. He's like, damn.
And in the case of the demon thing, you can decide most of the stuff. That's the benefit of a demon. You get to be like, okay, I want to summon a demon of Nurgle. I want to summon a demon with these general characteristics. I want to summon a demon with these particular powers, and then you got to get stuff and do a test and pay the XP to try and get it. Whereas with an arcane demon, you gotta still get the stuff, then you've got to do the ritual itself, which can take quite a lot of time. I mean, we're talking weeks here of slow and steady preparation, which you can do bit by bit. You can go like, okay, I'm going to spend one day here, etc. And then you have to do a intelligence test at the end to actually do the spell. And then you roll on a bunch of charts to figure out the demon's appearance, the demon's abilities, and the demon's like special effects.
Okay. So it'll be requiring to dump a little bit of XP. How much XP will a demon cost?
Well,
Ballpark.
a basic bitched lesser demon is 100 XP. That is the least demonic servant creature, like a Nurgling, for example.
Ew, gross. Bigger.
Yes. 200 XP is a servant level demon, so that's a something like a bloodthirster, you know, the basic foot soldier kind of types.
Bigger.
Lesser demon. 300 XP is an exalted demon, and 400 XP gets you a greater demon.
What about bigger?
It's like, let me put it to you this way: you're not getting a Damon Prince.
He's like, you can't just summon the great horned rat to do your bidding. Bigger. Bigger.
But you can summon a greater demon of the Horned Rat.
That's true. An exalted one is gonna be, I'm saving 400 XP. Easy purchase.
The other thing to keep in mind is if you get a higher level familiar, I'm going to also assume there's just more prestige attached to that as well.
That too. Plus, it can probably do a lot more stuff.
There's a couple of things. Like, one, getting a greater demon is... it's a greater demon. It has a fucking hefty-ass stat line. But that's also a problem, because you're going to have to pass on a willpower test to actually bind it to you.
So, increase my willpower. Hold on while I write these notes down real quick. 1 second. Open up.
I'm not gonna lie, all I'm writing down in my notes is Kyle working towards familiar.
Willpower, intellect.
Excuse me. Bargaining for service. Once the ritual is complete and the demon appears, you must bargain with the fiend to gain a service. The process is simple. You must succeed on a fellowship test.
Increase fellowship.
Opposed by the demon's willpower test.
Okay, so I need to raise willpower, intellect, and fellowship before I start this. I've got XP to do that. Need to retain 400 XP, because I want the exalted. No, 400, not 40.
Let me actually just put that in there. Like, that's the thing. But you can reduce the difficulty of the willpower test by offering gifts and promises to the demon. So you can offer it your soul, for example.
I don't know if Karsnicket would be willing to do that, character-wise.
My soul's already promised to Horned Rat.
Oh my god, the demons have to fight a war over my soul.
Not gonna lie, if it's a Horned Rat demon, I think the Horned Rat demon is getting your soul.
There is a better... Okay, so there's 3-way. Your soul, which reduces the difficulty by 2. So it becomes just a regular roll. It's limited service, which you bind it to a year, which is -10, a month -2, and days -3. But after that, it'll just disappear.
What if I want it
Or
forever?
sacrifice.
Yes.
For every creature sacrificed to the demon, decrease difficulty by 1 step.
So,
Get the
the
slaves.
entire town of Zavastra must be sacrificed. Yes, one more slave trade.
A way.
We'll basically use the slave trade to take a percentage of slaves to offer as a sacrifice, and then eventually, cumulatively, we'll have sacrificed enough to pretty much guarantee it for life. We can always just make deposits of sacrifices later if we need it for more.
Deposits. I need to deposit a sacrifice at the demon, guys.
Basically.
Bearing in mind too, the demon is an NPC. It's completely an NPC. Like you can bargain with it, you can tell it to do things, but unlike a pet, it does whatever the fuck it wants. Now it's bound to you by certain things, like it can't attack you, it can't actively work against you. But in combat, for example, I'm the one who's deciding what it's going to do based upon your instructions.
It's an
And
independent.
it could also try to fuck you over. It can't do it overtly, like it can't just backstab you.
It
But
can't
if you
just kill
don't
the
watch
party.
it, yeah, if you don't look after it, it could go like, "Oh, I accidentally let slip this piece of vital information." Teehee.
No, it's Michael Jackson.
Don't worry. We'll offer it regular sacrifices. This is true. With the slave
And the
trade.
final option, which you probably already ignored by now because you want a demon,
Yes.
is to bind a familiar. Now, this is more for like nature magic shit, where you can bind like a cat or a dog or shit.
Yeah, I kind of want a demon. Not gonna
I mean,
lie.
demons are basically natural at this point in this world,
Yeah,
right?
basically.
All right, so now we've got what we got. We got contact Anatoly and figure out what to do with him. We've got complete Disco's quests. We've got find the halberd. We've got summon a demon.
Yep.
Oh, specifically the blade of the halberd. We have
Dev.
the haft.
Deb, what do you want to do? Now it's your turn.
I can't get out
Let's
of bed.
see.
I'm still healing.
The thing is, that's going to go away.
That
pretty
doesn't
damn
matter. This is an administration session. So we're not even worrying about that. Like we're not talking in character. This is like Arch said, administration session at the beginning, so you kind of missed that. Basically, we're planning out the next couple of quests we want to do. So, like, what kind of progression quest do you want to do to move your character down?
I don't have any.
I mean, I can help you. Like, we could set up a criminal underground for you.
No, Kibbs. I don't like. The only thing that I need at this point is just more experience. So I'll
Let
just
me
go along with
let me
whatever you guys are doing.
rephrase Kibb's question. What would you want to do that kind of sounds cool that your character would also maybe want to do?
I don't know. I don't mind just going along with whatever you guys are doing.
Well, that's fine. What we can do for you, though, is you can become the criminal underlord of this city. So you know how we defeated Ludmilla? You can basically take her place as basically the kingpin of like the underworld of this city.
Well, not if I'm a rat. We need
You
like
can.
a human fence.
Yeah, we can basically set up like you'll have human people that you can use as your puppets. Basically, like you'll have different, what do you call them, Arch? Like servants, I guess, in this case? Henchmen?
Well, in terms of what my character actually needs, I do have to get a hold of a hand crossbow so I can do my next class. But that's still not for a while, so I'm not too worried about it.
I know,
I
but
mean,
I-
We
I-
have
I-
a hand crossbow. We have
Oh.
one.
Is there one stuck in the party bank somewhere? Okay.
Yeah, we have you
Yeah.
one already.
No one removed it, so I'm assuming it's not taken.
Yeah, I could use it, but it's heavy and it's another type of ammo that I need to carry, so
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah. No, fair enough. fair enough.
Like for example, one thing Gnarl's going to push for in the Warren is, okay, we heard. I was going to say rumor, but it's not a rumor because we literally heard the rat that was dominated by Zephyr. Zephyr's hunting for Skaven Warrens. So one of Gnarl's kind of mid to like a long-term goals is increase the combat capability of the Warren's army.
Yep.
But like, what does Ratata want? Like, he surely doesn't want to just plod around after us. Like, what
Yeah.
does he want?
Yeah, what's your character's drive? And if this is something hard, we can help you through it. Like, does your character want more money? You know, does he want more power,
Prestige,
influence?
power.
Does he want to go into his what's your career thing? Like, what's your next career?
I don't. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really thought about it. I've just been kind of enjoying playing with you guys. So
Well, that's not.
You know what?
enough.
If we're doing our stuff, then that means he has time to think on it.
That's true. You have time to think this over, but try to think about this over like the next couple of days after this session. for the next one on what you would like to do. Do you want to, like, you know, assassinate somebody because I don't know, you don't like somebody? Like it. You can also talk to Arch about this.
Honestly,
stuff too.
it doesn't even need to be that complex, because if you remember at the beginning of the campaign, one thing I set out at the gate is that one of Mangel's ambitions is effectively he wanted to make a Hell Pit abomination. He didn't know that's what it was called, but that was his general goal.
Yep.
Simple, but hey, it's what he wanted to work towards.
Every character has their own end goal. Mine is for Karsnik, it is greed, power, and basically to become the next, to basically find his way onto the Council of 13. He won't probably succeed, but that is his goal.
Yep, Scrozzle wants to become an engineer and make like big things go boom.
A simple rat.
Who knows? Maybe you just want to collect cheese wheels.
He's like, I just want to eat sausage.
Well, if I just wanted to eat, I mean, the adventure's pretty much over for me then, so.
What do you mean it's
I'm already
over?
eaten.
You have to get more food. What happens
I don't
when the
think
food
he
spoils?
fully understands the mindset of a gourmand.
Yeah. Dev isn't clearly a connoisseur, if you know what I'm saying.
It's Radita's goal to not be able to fit through the tunnels anymore.
He's just trapped in the main chamber.
Nobody
First
can
no
make him go
objective,
outside anymore
increase
because
his
he's too fat
diameter.
to leave.
Who knows? Like, your character already has proven that he just likes wanton murder. Maybe you just want to kill more children. You know, you killed a child not that long ago.
Or you know what?
Did I?
Yes.
Okay. Let's be dumb for a
Wait,
second.
did I? Did I kill a child recently?
Oh my
Yes,
god,
you
how do
did.
you forget
You
Yeah,
this?
you
see
did.
what? Dev, do you remember you were in the
murdered
town
Howard.
and basically you got caught and it kind of went south, and then you murdered a shopkeep, and then you murdered the
Oh,
shop.
right. Yes.
You murdered
Okay,
the
remember it.
shopkeep and then
Fire,
you killed
yeah,
his child.
Okay, so
Yes.
maybe this. If you want to go down the murder hobo route, okay, killing things is easy. What's something that would give you a lot of prestige for killing it?
True.
Big game hunter shit.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you're hunting
wanna
like
go back to
lords and stuff.
Cooking? You were doing cooking at the start of the campaign. Maybe you want to become a chef.
Well, the cooking
point-
thing was just mainly out of necessity because we needed a cook at the time. I can still cook.
Remember, this is an administrative episode, so we can talk about this. As long as it takes till we figure something out.
Also, we're doing
There must be
administration.
something.
Nara would also like to hire a torturer.
Yeah, that's on the list
mean,
of things.
To be fair, I could probably torture as a rogue.
No.
character.
As in Nara wants the skill torture, and
Hmm.
none of his professions give him that. Which means if he wants to learn it, he has to
Actually,
basically learn it from someone.
Can one of your skills, can you get the torturer skill, Dev?
I guess I'll have to look it up. Give me a bit.
No problem.
Because then I guess you could teach Hans.
Because Nara doesn't have like the best chance.
He could also
of-
be the torturer for the party once if he gets that skill.
Honestly, I think even if we both had torture, Nara would probably be better at it, because it's based off of, if I remember right, fellowship or strength, depending on what you want to do, and that's also augmented by menacing. And Gnarl has taken menacing twice, which would give him a +20.
It's the molders that get torture, not the assassins.
Because
Sh-
eventually it might be nice to, get information out of someone who doesn't want to give it to us. And we may not want to pay their price.
That's true. And we may not necessarily care if there's, the person's able to live afterwards either. We just need the info. Remember, we're evil rats. Like, killing people and betraying people.
No.
Is
you
our
mean
mainstay.
You mean horned rat fearing rats.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's in the Skaven nature, so if we, backstab Vasily down the line, that's within our nature. Like, we just do that. That's literally what Skaven do.
If anything, Anatoly has made it shown that he's more rat-like than human-like anyway.
Yes, he's earned a
there's an
soft
idea.
spot. What?
There's an idea in the chat. Like, is there a type of food that your rat really wants? Like, he wants a special kind of meat that we'd have to kill something big for you to try.
Bro, he could be
At this point, why
interested in
didn't he just make
spices.
an ogre? I'm not gonna lie.
It's
He
like,
could-
I'm really hungry. I want to eat this kind of animal.
There's so
and it's
many like things with that too. Like, let's say it takes interest in spices for food and cooking. Like, we could find ourselves having to go on that Silk Road thing to go to fucking basically China to steal
Dev could be
spices.
like, I always wanted to try dragon meat.
That's true. There are Durgans over there. Apparently. Lots of them, apparently. According to the video
Maybe
game.
we could also fill Naro's stupid ambition of becoming a Blood Rat Knight. That'd be funny.
Blood Rat. That is a very
I mean,
obscure...
Sure. I don't mind the idea of going around and just eating every possible living thing, trying them all at least once.
See, there you go. Now
Then
we
it's
have to...
driven by his stomach.
Have you tried Human Child yet? Have you tried a Baron? Have you tried...
What's up?
on.
Hold on. Let's
We've
not beat
eaten-
around the bush. He's probably eaten human child before.
Probably.
I think we've eaten humans at this point, haven't we?
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
had
he
it.
definitely ate goblin baby.
Goblins and orcs and trolls. We've tried them all.
We haven't tried vampires yet. It's true.
Vampires.
I wonder if that would do something to you if you ate vampires, though.
Only one way to find out.
Or if you ate
No,
zombie
that's-
flesh, would you turn into a zombie yourself?
I'm sure there's some disease somewhere in the book that says that. Yeah, Arch, how much would it cost to hire a torturer?
It is my time to speak again.
Yes.
What would be an unreasonable sum?
The thing is, you said that, like, at this point, torturing is kind of a almost honorable profession.
Yeah, basically.
Because remember we were talking about, like, how, like, exotic would the tools be, and it's like, no, torturing is a fairly, like, common profession.
Perfectly reasonable, you know? Where'd I put my serum mist? Did I drink it all
Just out
already?
of reach.
There's empty bottles.
I know that feeling.
feeling. I don't remember drinking. I hate that. It's like, I'll grab a bottle of Sody Pop, and then you pick up the bottle, it's like, oh no, what
I've
happened?
done that
Sody
before.
pop.
Yeah.
Sody pop.
Sody Pop.
Okay,
Sody
you
that
are
pops.
a special creature.
Just goes mildly bothered. It's okay. Just go. We'll get you
This
some.
is not canned tea this
One
time.
day we'll have a meetup, right? Like, if I go to Europe, if the Americans go to Europe, what we'll do is we'll just hands. Like, we'll each bring a case of canned tea, and then when we go to discos, we just leave them there when she's
That
not
sounds like a
looking.
lot of money that I don't have.
Just a case of canned tea, you poor bastard. Fuck's sake.
No, I'm talking about the trip.
Yeah, I can't afford
Sounds
it
like
either.
money I don't have.
But I'm saying down the road when we're, when we've made it and we're not hobos still, assuming that we make it.
Effectively hobos.
Yeah, basically. It'll just be cans of canned tea in her house, and then she'll be sad.
You know what it'd have to be? Green tea.
Green tea?
Canned green tea.
Yeah. Why green tea? Because the meme.
Coffee.
Green tea! Ha ha ha! I hate that.
You shouldn't.
What can we do to Arch in this campaign to make him upset? That's what we should be
Right
focusing
now,
on.
I think he's trying to decide / look up torturer prices.
Torturing. I know, but this is, conversation for champ. Like, how can we make Arch have a hard time in this? What could give him a mental aneurysm? Let's get the Warren destroyed?
No,
that's a
no.
start.
Okay, no. If you really want to know, as the Empire is leaving, we sneak explosives onto their boat, then blow it up.
Just for no reason. Just for no-
And Imperial's like, "Why did you do it? Because it would be funny."
Because we wanted to. Made no sense. We wasted all those resources to acquire explosives to sabotage a faction that isn't fucking with us.
That we don't want to fuck with us currently.
Yeah, pretty much. Go to the moot.
Okay.
Arch likes that location. Yeah, we're gonna move the Warren to the moot then.
If you want me to help along a little bit, since we've been asking a few times now throughout this campaign about learning skills without spending experience, and there's not really a consistent rule set about it.
I think there
But-
is. It's like paying someone money and then
And then
And
time.
rolling
yeah.
intelligence.
and rolling an int roll. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that only applied to languages, not
I
necessarily learning anything
thought
else.
that could apply to other skills you could reasonably train.
Yeah.
Is that in the rulebook somewhere? 'Cause I did look up
I mean,
something that's
Because
similar
like the
to
thing
that.
is like, just like one of those basic like professions. It's like you could teach people who like may not necessarily have the aptitude a profession.
Hmm.
Here we go. Yeah, I looked up kind of a streamlined rule set for this sort of thing.
yeah, but remember that we've had a few homebrew rules.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's okay.
in
Just
case
ask
you
Arch for clarification.
in case you wanted to use it,
Special training.
practical skills, 3d6 weeks, then you make an int test, and tuition fees are 1d6 gold per hour.
Start a new religion, name it Neoth. That will make Arch kill himself.
So, special skills. And torturing would certainly be a bit more of a specialized skills than learning berry picking.
It's an advanced skill.
First and foremost, it's going to cost you twice, so it'll be 200 XP rather than 100.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, 300 then.
Ooh, Arch
nah,
didn't
he's
like the
200.
fact that you knew that. You need to act more ignorant, Hands.
Should. Yep, so 200 XP to purchase it, and then there'll be the training time. Make a int roll.
Yep, that lines up with the other skills we've had taught, like devs cooking. Don't have the best chance, but with this additional fate point, it's not as bad.
You're making noises, but you're not rolling dices. What's wrong with you?
I thought that was when we actually had the trainer. Like, I just want me to roll it now, I can.
It'll take you a very long time.
I mean, I technically could use a fate on that, right?
Could you? Could you truly?
I don't see why not.
You don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bjorn. Also, he doesn't have to roll it now.
Yeah, because my understanding is, like, once we get the trainer, that's when I would do the roll.
Yeah, Bjorch. Bjorch, man. Well,
Because the way I remember it, like, last time for, like, devs cooking, this was more just to see, like, how well did the, like, teaching and, like, of the trainer stick.
Well, this determines the amount of time it'll take you to actually learn something.
I mean, if that's the case, then I will spend a fate to make it not as terrible.
you've got so many, so might as well be liberal.
It's true.
Well, that's significantly better.
A wee bit. A minor swing in degrees of success to failure.
But just a minor one.
It's true.
Okay, it would still take you a fair bit of time. You'd have to spend the 200 XP, as mentioned. You'd also have to acquire the services of a trainer. In this case, you'd have to bring one in from a major Skaven warren. You'd have to travel all the way there, and then you'd have to keep him with lodging for the period. Or you'd have to travel to a major Skaven warren. Either way works.
I guess, yeah. Which is
You're
honestly
also
why.
going to have to acquire the permission of the Warren's leader. Torturers are a valued profession. Unless you want to just hire a thug to teach you how to punch someone.
You know, it's funny, I was looking at career classes, and some thugs actually did have it. I mean,
Alternatively, you could just transition into a thug, pick it up like that, and then transition back out again.
see, the issue is, in terms of experience, that costs a shit ton just for a single skill.
Yes,
it'd be
I'm going to make
200
you bleed money anyways.
200 to transition into it, pick up the skill for 100, and then transition out of the skill back.
Yeah.
So a total of 500 just to get one skill, versus spending 200 plus however much gold for this.
It'll probably be one of those scenarios like in Berserk, where you'll have to sleep with the Warren Lord to get your favor.
I mean, Naro's pretty beefy. I would imagine it'd be more a, like, go murder this person type thing.
No. You're pretty beefy. They want that bot. He's like, no,
Yeah.
we don't want to.
I mean, they've got plenty of people to kill people for them. That's not a... They don't have any shortage of that.
They don't have those perfectly crafted cheeks.
They do have a shortage of breeders, however.
Hans' cheeks will have
I feel like
to
that's
do.
more a female problem than a male problem.
Like I said, Hans' cheeks will have to do.
Because if anything, if I remember right, like getting picked as someone to like be a breeder is like a honor or something in Skaven society. If you're a dude, not if you're a chick. If you're a chick, you're drugged up, and that's basically your life.
Like, I give birth for a living. It's like, okay. Okay. Bit weird, but all right. Thanks for sharing.
And besides, the closest major clan would be what? Mulder? Unless there's one closer that I'm not aware of.
Well, have you figured that out?
Oh, it's like we know where Mulder is because we came from Hellpit.
Yeah,
Well,
we'd know that.
you did send out a bunch of letters a while ago.
We did.
You have not received a whole lot of replies. In fact, the majority of the Under Empire appears to be ignoring you as the bunch of raving lunatics you undoubtedly are.
Like, there's this new Warren. They're like, Spiky Dowie are attacking. Like, what? Whatever.
To be fair, it would be entirely reasonable from their perspective that this Warren pissed off the Dowie, and the Dowie are hunting them, so they're blowing it out of proportion to try to make it the entire Empire's problem.
Yes, we are trying to make it the Empire's problem.
Which isn't exactly wrong.
It's within character for
exactly
us
wrong at all.
to construe it as a massive genocidal rage coming from the Chaos Waste, or not Chaos Waste. What's the land called where the Chaos Doors are from? Forget. I thought it's not called the Chaos Waste. Oh my. Desert.
It's not called the Chaos Waste, no.
Shithole land. There we go. It's basically shithole land.
Desert shithole land. Good.
It's basically where it's from.
Okay. Well, the desert shithole lands, also known as the Darklands, are definitely over there. That's true. The closest settlements to you that you know of, there's a couple of major ones under Dwarven Halls, Karak Ungo, Karak Var. Otherwise, you'd have to go to the ones under the big cities. Like there's a small one under Talabhain, there's bigger ones under Middenheim, Nuln, stuff like this.
I mean, Middenheim's not too far away, right? Or no, that's
Well,
no, Middenheim's the
excuse me,
one
but-
in. That's the one that's to the north of like the proper like Reichland territory, right? That the Empire or the Emperor controls directly, right?
It's in the northern edges, yes.
Okay, then I was
Below the
misremembering
Middle
Middenheim.
Mountains.
I was thinking of the city.
Middenheim. I thought Hans was about to say it was where Talabekland was.
No, I somewhat remember the Empire provinces, but not really.
They can be easy to forget. Like Nordland.
I remember the
Middenheim's
moot, because the
easy.
moot one's just a
Ostland,
bunch of fucking fat hobbits. That's basically it.
Albeckland, Ostermark, etc. Ostermark's cute though. We have to buddy up with them.
Do we?
They're just misunderstood. They're purple and
Are
yellow.
they?
Purple and yellow. I have a soft spot because they're in the Mark of Chaos video game.
Your soft spot is none of my concern.
He's an Oster simp.
Ostermark simp. Thank you very much.
I mean, if there's a warren that's large enough that's closer than Clan Molder's Hell Pit, I mean, it's probably easier to get a favor from them.
Help it is far away, however.
It's
A wee bit, but
it took us quite a journey to come here. Just a reminder.
yes, but it's almost a guarantee. Actually, no, I would say a guarantee that they would have a torturer. Whether they would
Any
let
major
me-
settlement is going to have a torture.
So yeah, we can do one that's closer then.
Yep.
It's just whether
We are a
what they would
really
want for it.
small warren by comparison to probably a lot of our neighbors, if I had to guess.
Yes.
Well, depending on which warren you want, that's going to affect the price, because it's the travel time, so pick.
List them then, Barge.
Oh, Jesus, I just did. Crack your neck.
Oh, I mean, Hans, you're the one picking.
I would need a refresher because I was stuck on like the midnight.
So then, let me rephrase. List them, Barge.
He was secretly hoping I wrote them down.
I was trying to hope that maybe Fairman Hans remembered.
We know there's one in Midnight.
That's true. There's one in Middenheim. Middenheim is closer than Hellpit Abomination.
Okay, you said major city. We're in Ostermark, right?
No, we're in Zavastra. We're in Kislev.
No, the actual or the province that's near us.
Oh, Ostland. That's
Ostland.
they're closer, I think.
Yes, so if there's a major city, then their capital then.
Right, you're basically sitting on the border between Talabekland and Ostermark.
Oh, Oh, I thought we were near Ostland side, not the Ostland.
Okay,
Ostland
so-
is to your north. Like, you're basically on the intersection between Kislev, Ostland, Talabekland, and Ostermark.
Oh, so
okay,
we're
there's
a
smack
little
down
bit
in
of
the middle.
Sylvania.
Then why not Ostermark then? Just because they're nearby.
Because there's no major Skaven settlement beneath Ostermark. That's why, you cheating, skeeving little...
Middenheim's not too far away. It's closer than Hellpit, I'll say that again. Because it is, isn't it?
The closest Skaven settlement of real size in that direction would be up in the mountains. It would be under the dwarven hold of Karak Ungor.
Karak Cringegore, got it.
Now, Karak Ungor, that would also potentially be a direction for Ketchup's other quest. Since
Gnarl's
that's
quest.
currently in a massive war between the Skaven and the Greenskins.
You know what? If that's the case, Naro chooses that one.
You said that specifically to get him to choose that one, so Art, you shut up, wouldn't you, Arch?
I did indeed.
He's
I
saying,
did indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really kept waffling. It's like that one. It's like, but there's this one. Okay, that one. It's like this one helps with the quest. That one.
Pretty much.
All right, let me look up the travel distances in the Empire Guide. Fuck me.
Oh, fucking boy.
Right, speak words, because this is gonna probably take a little.
That's fine.
I will say this. The other nice thing is this actually wouldn't detract from Disco since it's in the mountains. Mountains were one place where we could get supplies for her quest stuff.
Danksko. Her named her Hands.
Was there a vote? I don't remember there being a vote.
Nobody said there would be election. Silly.
Kyle, shush.
No, Danksko. We have to make noises.
Less mouth noises from Kyle.
Sorry, Danksko. That's not how this works. Nope. If it's giving you a headache, we have to increase it. That's how we get Cranksko.
Yeah, it seems like
Okay.
I need to go to some dwarf-like areas for my stuff.
So that'll be about 400 miles or so.
That's quite a journey. Fuck.
We
mean,
have a magic boat.
We do.
How many rivers lead us that way, though? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to
How
go
many
out to the...
underwater rivers, considering we want to go to the Skaven part?
None.
We have the heart thingy that makes our boat magic.
I think the issue
Yes,
here is
but it
there
still
are there,
requires
there are
water.
no water routes
It's
there.
not
is what he's
bad
saying.
magic.
Magic
We
boat.
don't have we haven't like constructed like a ground drill to attach to the front of the boat yet.
Well, I can maybe do that after my quest.
There are actually underground drill things in the Skaven lore. This does actually exist.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
We need to make them.
Yeah, and for that we need to already be there and get my quest items.
True. Let's purchase them on
Oh,
Amazon.
Jesus.
Or Skavazon.
Okay. Travel. Transportation. All right. Oh my god. See, normally I plan these things out a little bit ahead of time so I don't have to do them at the drop of a hat, but today is a special day, as it turns out.
It's not like we're leaving just yet.
How far can you travel?
Are you asking us, or...
I don't know. How many miles can you walk a day, Kyle?
It depends on the environment very much. Is there a road? Is there a path? What are we walking through forests? Are we walking through fields? Are we walking up a mountain? There's a lot of factors at play here. What's the terrain?
It's the underway, Kyle.
Okay, like what's the terrain like in most of the underway though?
It's a road underground.
So it's a road, like it's fairly paved. It's not too many obstacles.
Paved is probably a bit of a tough word, but it's a tunnel.
Paved by Skaven standards.
Is it a direct path?
Somewhat circuitous, but
How tall are Skaven's legs when they step?
about a human size.
How many miles on average could a human travel with having taken
But I'm asking
breaks?
you, Kyle.
I don't know that number off the top of my head.
Why not?
I mean, if we're carrying all our luggage and gear, like, I don't know, maybe, like, if we're making good time, maybe 15 or 20 miles if things are very, very favorable. But how much stuff are we going to be carrying? Because that could easily go down to, like, 10 or 4 or 1. No, kidding, not 1. I hope not. Because we're going to be waddling, not sprinting.
Okay. All right, so that tells me something. Oh God, calculations.
You said it was roughly 400 miles?
All right, so if 400 miles, if you're going to be carrying stuff with you, you're going to want transportation, a cart basically. That'll allow you to travel in comfort with all of your gear at the speed of a horse walking. That would cost 400 silver.
I think we have 400 silver. Because we have 389 gold.
Based on this little thing here, we could probably waddle. We could waddle up to 25 miles and as low as 7.5, depending on.
Like, I am 98% sure I used to have, like, an actual thing for this, which I'm trying to find right now.
Experts, or, well, let's see, people with better, practice of, like, long walks and stuff, like, long walk experts, I don't even fucking know. Like, there's
Expert walkers.
like, people who walk a lot more, because I'm reading these articles, like, a lot. Like, they can walk
Hobbyist
up to,
exercisers.
yeah, we'll call them that. Can walk up to 30 miles in less than 10 hours. But that's a little bit against the norm, because those are people that do it like, what the hell do you even call people like that? Challenge walkers is the name? Oh my fucking god.
Challenge walkers.
The challenge is
Sorry,
was to
I'm just
complete
laughing and
62
imagine that
miles
being a
in 26
background.
hours.
I'm just imagining Challenge Walker being a like background for a zombie survival game.
So the idea with the walking challenge was that they're supposed to walk 62 miles in under 26 hours. But that's a challenge.
Which means you can assume that they're not being potentially careful for being harried on the road and shit like that.
Making me research walking. I don't even know what the hell to call this.
Challenge walking.
Challenge walkers. Whoa. I mean, I guess.
If one of your horses
exercising.
dies, you'll be traveling at half speed until one of you morons decide to cut the horse free, just so you know.
Kill the hands.
Ah, finally. Thank Jesus. There we go. Fuck me. I knew it was somewhere. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, right. So, travel to Karak. 400 miles.
So you guys are gonna go. You're going by foot or by
We-
horse?
We kind of have to
There's no
because there's
boat
no
lanes.
like water pathways to where we want to go.
Okay. Do you know how many days you'll be gone?
13
Wheel
days. So,
be gone.
traveling to the Karak is 400 miles journey. It'll be done during the underway, so all of it will be road,
Mhm.
as far as road goes. Renting a coach and a cart, which is what you're going to want to do if you're going to bring all of your equipment without, bearing yourself down. That'll cost 400 silver, and it'll take you 13 days, and then you'll be there.
Okay, I need to point out that I still can't go with you.
Of course you can.
Yes, you can.
You were almost very close to getting out
Yeah,
of
we're not
critical.
leaving right now.
No,
Like-
because remember, once you just need to get out of critical, then we can just shove healing draughts down your throat.
Also, on top of
So-
that, we're just going to throw you in the back of the cart even if you can't walk.
Well, okay. I mean, that's fine. But I do need to point out that I need at least one more full day of healing in the boat.
Yeah, but
to
a
get
day
out of
has
critical.
already passed between us killing Ludmilla and now, even right now, a day has already passed.
You're
No,
here.
And we're
I
still
marked-
planning things. We haven't booked this yet.
Okay, but I marked that off at the end of the last session, so I need at least one more full day.
The
Before I
here's
can
the
even
thing:
come
we
with
can
you.
we can wait
And
a
wait a
day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just pointing out the situation of I need one more full day, and then if I wanted to heal naturally fully before we leave, I need 3 more days, or just hope we don't get into a fight on the road. Like Arch, if I'm just lying in the coach and not
We'll
doing
just pour a
anything,
healing draft on you.
how much do I heal on the coach?
You'll heal at the natural rate of healing, so like 2 hit points a day.
At that point, we would just stuff you full of droughts.
Okay.
Just keep in mind, we still have like one healing draught in the boat.
Mm-hmm. In any case, if you want to leave next day, then I should be good to go. I'll have 13 wounds, but I'll be good to travel.
Well, we have now figured out. I've pinned that in the general. So the travel to Karak Ungol is 400 miles, 400 silver to rent out the cart, and that's 13 days. The final part of this is how you want to live whilst you're traveling.
As a Skaven would.
Squeaky. and sneaky.
If you're just going to be sleeping out on the ground, then it's... Well, there's 5 of you.
There's 4 of us.
There's 5 of you. I'm there too.
I'm there too. Arch is just sitting there.
Omnipresent.
Hey. How are you doing?
And it'll cost you 2 silver for food for just rations, or you can live at the various little rest stops dotted along the underway.
We would want to stop at the rest stops for the security of the rest stop as well.
Yes, the rest stops are fucking fortified to fuck because, well, It's good business.
It is good business, so we'll do it that way. Plus, with that, we won't have to worry about like 7 combat encounters if the dice gods are unkind, and just we can't sort of deal with.
Okay, so that's all right. So it'll cost you, the whole journey will cost you 1 silver for taking care of the horse and the cart per stop. So that 1 silver total, not per stop. It's just 1 silver for the whole journey.
Okay.
How fancy do you want to live? You know, private rooms, fucking baths.
Well, tell me the prices. That's going to determine the decision, and then what are the benefits of?
Well, if you travel for 13 days without taking a bath, I'm probably going to have you roll toughness at the end of the journey to see if you get some diseases, because that's a long, grungy ass fucking road right there.
Well, because of that, I'll take the baths, because we don't want any baths, we don't want any diseases or modifiers negative to us if we're going to go into combat.
Okay, so a minimum of baths, so probably 3 for the total journey to keep you a little bit less than grungy. Anyone not want a bath and risk the toughness roll?
No. Although I would suspect if we go long enough without a bath, they might give us a free bath just to make us stop smelling. It's like, we can smell you. Here, just take a bath. Have it
They'll
on
charge you
house.
Nobody? Everyone wants the bath. Okay, you're all puffies. Good.
So is this? I had to step away for a second. This silver for washing and whatnot is an additional silver.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's 12 silver for all of you to have a bath every 3 nights.
So there and back would be 24.
Yes.
That's not too bad.
All right, and finally, do you want to really fucking ritz it up and have private rooms, or do you want to just all sleep amongst the riffraff?
And how much are the private rooms?
The private room is 10 silver. The common room is 5 copper.
It's quite the jump in price there.
Slight jump
I mean,
in
how
price.
big are the private rooms? Could 4 of us squeeze in a private room?
Here's the thing about if we just do 1 private room.
I mean,
Private room would have 2 bed stops.
Well, the rats
It's
were
still
doubling
better
up.
Yeah, it's still better than being in with everybody, like having us crammed in a room.
Because
Alright.
I take it the negative for the big common room is that stealing.
Yes, and
At least, yeah.
Which
there
means
might
that
be
we're
some
going to do it.
diplomatic
Oh.
incidents if someone attempts to touch Gnarl's stuff.
Yes,
Again.
there may be diplomatic incidents.
So we're going to
So
have to
one
upgrade
room
again.
for 4 of us.
Yeah.
I think.
Because we can bring knapsacks too, so that way they can sleep too.
Mm. And we have a secure place for our stuff.
Yes.
Okay, that's 260 silver for private rooms, 2 per room.
That's still
So the
not too bad.
260 is already including we're getting
Wait, is that 2
two-
private rooms? Because I thought we were only going to get 1 and cram us in.
2 of you can fit in 1 room.
Well,
I
so
think
the
that's too bad.
260 is for both rooms.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can't use knapsacks in the other room?
Knapsacks?
Yeah.
Or we're
Literally
going to take
sleepy
sleeping
sacks.
bags.
Oh no, the rooms come with all of the sleeping stuff you need.
Yeah, but if we book 1 room and put all of us in there with our
Yeah.
sleeping bags, that's
'Cause-
what we want to do.
Back when I used to go to cons with friends, like, we did that.
Like that was
Well,
pretty standard.
These are fancy establishments, okay?
The establishments I went to were
They
fancy.
expect you to
This
sleep in the
is-
beds, okay? This is like in a video game. There are 2 slots per bed, no further slots on the floor or
Okay,
couch.
so game reasons. Got it. Alright, fair enough. So then we'll do it that way then. Can't believe they don't even let you fucking sleepy bags. I remember I used to sleep. You know what? I used an air mattress one time. Best part was, halfway through the night, it deflated because it had a hole in it, apparently. And so,
Nice.
like, when I woke up, I'm like, as I was waking up, I was like, God, I feel like I'm, like, my back's just like a plank. And then I, like, moved around, I'm like, oh, I'm so sore. And I'm like, wait, ground's hard.
The ground is indeed hard, yeah.
It was terrible.
There's supposed to be air between me and the ground. What happened?
Very fucking uncomfortable is what that was.
Finally, here, you can hire a small group of guards to travel with you, keep the ruffians off your back. They'll cost 40... 20... Hold on. Am I thinking correctly? No, I'm not. 80 silver for a troop of guards for the entire journey. And if you want to be really fancy, you can also bring a servant for 12 silver.
What would a servant do for us?
Carries your shit.
If we're already having the cart, like, we don't really need a servant.
Don't you, though? But pick
I
your
Yeah,
feel
things
like
in and out
we're
of the cart.
important enough to need a servant.
I
And
feel like
I
people
think-
are finding ways to waste our money. Gnarl's putting down his true rat card here.
I
Gnarl
also think
feels
that
like
we
he
can probably
deserves the
guard
servant.
ourselves too.
Yeah, we
Really?
don't need guard. We have Gnarl, but
we
Scrazzle
don't
does
need
feel.
guard to have Gnarl. Don't get me wrong, Gnarl was flattered by this statement.
but Scrazzle does feel like he deserves a servant.
I don't know if Scrouser deserves a servant. Finding ways to waste Warren's money. Gnarl's hard-earned money. Yes, he does think about it that way.
But we don't need guards. I mean, Gnarl just needs to look at anybody who tries to cross us.
Okay, so no servant, no guards.
The
Who is going
servant,
to serve Scrazzle?
the guards would probably dissuade like random encounters along the way.
They would.
So if you guys want to look at it that way, do you still want to say no guards?
Listen, we have to fight our own battles. But the thing is, this is like, what's the point of sleeping in these fucking tavern things if we're just gonna be assaulted by, like, an ogre or something?
Well,
A safe place to sleep.
yeah, it's a safe place to sleep. Like, when you're on the road, you're awake and ready. When you're asleep in a common room, you know, the shiv slips in easy.
We're not going into the commons, though. We're rotating the private rooms.
No. What he's basically saying is like we're on the road. It's like okay, even if we're wide awake, there's still a chance something might go down. Is what he's saying.
I mean, it's the Skaven underway. Like, there are plenty of little, you know, checkpoints and stuff, little thieving bands.
We just need to make sure that, Gnarl is visible to
We
anyone
should take
go
some
past.
guards in that case, but that should be it then.
So I don't mind paying 80 for a troop of guards round trip.
But Scrazzle can't get a servant.
Correct.
Okay, so we have arrived at a final cost then. So it's
I'm
400 silver for the cart, 1 silver for taking care of the horse and the cart and the stops, 12 silver for baths,
I thought it was 24 for
60
both ways.
for the rooms, and then 80 silver for the guards. That's 753 silver one way. There. That's the cost for one way.
Well, that's not exactly accurate with how you worded that because you said the 80 silver cost or was for a round trip of guards.
I did not, lying ketchup.
Pretty sure you said that was for the entire trip.
Slutty ketchup.
If this is the cost, like one way, that's fine. I'm just saying, you said the entire trip.
I think you're hearing things, and I think you should be ashamed of it.
I think
Arch realizes
Hans
he
is
misspoke.
right. And Barch did misspeak. Apologize.
Again,
you're right.
if you want to say that's the cost for one way, that's fine. I'm just saying you did say entire trip.
I think you're hearing things.
I think Barch misspoke and needs to apologize.
Or you simply misunderstood what the entire trip meant, as in there.
If we want
Even
the same
chat's
deal
calling you
both
out.
ways, it's 1,506 silver.
Alternatively, you could just have Kyle fucking skitterleap you constantly.
Poof,
Constantly.
poof.
I
All
mean, technically, that would be faster. It's like in Legend of Zelda, just walk backwards or
As
back
far
roll.
as he can see,
It's
yeah.
technically faster. You just have to deal with a few minor annoyances in audio.
I mean, if we get him, like, some binoculars or something, he could probably do it in less skitter leaps. As long as he can see the destination.
Now,
Thing is, this is underground. I don't think even if we skitter leaped as a quasi-serious mode of travel, I don't think we'd get that much farther.
It sounds uncomfortable.
A lot of poofing.
All right. Well, we have now figured out the cost and the duration of time to travel to Karakungor.
Which would cost, if you just convert that to gold, like
I mean, you could just
15
stay
gold.
there forever.
We could abandon the Warren. We're a mercenary company now. Abandoning this whole greater Warren plan. Just simple life of mercenaries.
All right. What would you find at Karakungor? You'd find the torture, and you would potentially find clues to Ketchup's halberd.
Gnarls
Um,
halberd. And
what else could you
also,
find there?
because you said that, where was it? I posted it a wee bit ago. Disco's chunk of warpstone can be found in tunnels, Dwarven Mountains, Norskin Waste, and Empire.
To be fair, Disco's quest could probably be done here. A large jewel, any large jeweler has them, or
The largest
dwarves.
Jewman. You heard him, chat.
Jewman, yes.
A large Jewman.
Furthermore, a dwarven metal plaque, both of those and the chunk of warpstone could potentially be acquired at Karakungor.
Mhm.
Yeah, because when you said it was underneath the Dwarven Karak, it's like, this sounds like a lot of things are lining up. We can
As
get
for
multiple quests.
Kyle's demon summoning, for me to figure out what you need to tell me precisely what kind of demon you want.
And for that, I want to actually talk to Bertie about what kind of combat characteristics could we use in battle. Now, would there be other characteristics it could do outside of combat, or no?
Pretty sure he said there
Uh,
was stuff they can get, because he was mentioning, like, some of them can give you, like, an additional magic die.
Yes.
I would like to remove
There's
all possibility of negative effects from casting.
As the GM, I block that request.
As the GM, I declare that to be horseshit and a negative aspect of fun.
Why I would become a god? I would just be like, I'm gonna roll all my magic dice, no matter what it is. Fuck it.
Next time we run into that, like, Ungor herd, you just have, like, a bloodletter. It's like, see, we would totally were worshippers of corn.
I fucking told you.
Stupid. Probably not a good idea to say that.
Probably gonna lead to a battle.
I could take him.
Right, see here. Okay, so number one, the demon familiar is going to have its own stat block, so it's going to have like strength, toughness, blah blah blah, all of these things. What exactly it's going to be good at depends on the type of demon. It's also going to have its skill and talents and skills, and it's going to have its own XP. Let's see. There's also the familiar attributes. All right, so oh God, where do I put this that won't just... Okay, I've pinned travel to Karak, so that's fine. Let's pin these underneath it then. Okay, so it's Chaos Reservoir. Bonds of Blood. This is very emo sounding here. Luck of the Damned. Magic Focus. Infernal Powers. Luckily, Discord accepts these quite well and doesn't randomly change the capitalization of some letters. This is quite
It is
nice,
kind of
actually.
amusing when you copy that into, what's the name of the software again? Fantasy Grounds. I don't know why I thought it was Fantasy Flight.
Right. And those are the additional like things. So yes, there are additional things.
Okay. So we can get like a Zinji demon, a fucking corn demon.
Honestly, if you just wanted my/Gnarl's opinion, Corn just for an additional melee combatant.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards a corn knight demon because the getting another bonky character would be very nice.
It doesn't even need to be bonky. It just needs to just sit there and not die.
Just even. Also, I was thinking of leaning towards like a demon that did like a shit ton of damage.
Well, yeah, it's like that's why I was initially like leaning towards Corn, but it doesn't necessarily have to be Corn.
Like, I want this thing to one-shot every boss you have, Arch. He said, I don't want you to do that.
I'll just make the bosses more powerful, then, won't I?
He's like, I just increased the health number by 1 billion. Then I want my demon's damage numbers to go up by 1 billion, too. And it's like, I'm literally not even going to hit that boss. Not even worth it.
Just all
Do bear in mind also that there are also the other stats and talents. So a Cornet demon would be the most straightforward because it's a bonk, essentially.
A bonk. A Nurgle demon would be the tanky thing. You
say tanky.
Nurgle demons would be very tough. Yes, they'd also be like very resistant to terror, fright, these kinds of things. They don't give a shit.
Would a Cornite demon give a shit about that?
To an extent, like more so than a Nurgle demon does.
But a Cornite demon.
Slaneshi stuff is more like functional. You could, for example, get a demonette, which has fuck tons of charm and sneak and gossip and shit, like a special operations kind of demon.
Spec Ops demon.
Spec Ops demon, got it.
Whereas the Zinchian stuff has like literally 2 pages of fucking special rules, okay?
Of course it fucking would. Why not?
Like it casts fucking magic, it's got fucking mutations, it's a spellcaster demon, basically.
Another artillery piece. Thump thump.
Yeah, the issue is like what I've been seeing is that we can cast spells, but sometimes we just need dudes who can stop people from getting to our nukers.
Yes. And finally, as a thing too, there's also 2 other things you can do, and that is create a non-combat demon, which would give it more like
utility.
Yeah, utility abilities, mostly via like buffs or spells, but these are mostly just kind of upgrades to Kyle. They wouldn't really be a particularly worthwhile fighting unit, but they'd have special abilities like adding to willpower or tests to Kyle's ability or giving him different talents. Like they're more along the lines of Sausage, but with actual stat bars and skills and stuff. Or you can also get a demonic mount. In which case, that would be like a steed of Slanesh, a beast of Nurgle, or potentially even a Cornet Juggernaut. Shit like that.
No. It has to be the demon he's seeing in his dreams.
Just a fancy rat.
No. Remember, you're like you said you're going to look up a bunch of pictures of like cat girls to show him at the end of the session, because apparently that's what he sees at the end of every night.
Okay, we need a necromancer.
Yeah.
I want to summon a necromancer. What does it do? It just nyans at the enemy. It's useless.
No, it causes fear. When it nyans, it makes them cause fear.
There'd be 2 kinds of necromancer. Either it would be a demonette of Slanesh, and she'd have a lot of seduction, or it'd be a necromancer of Zinch, and it would be like a fucking Zinch flamer, one of those like manta ray looking motherfuckers, but with cat ears.
Just saying, nyan motherfucker.
But with cat ears.
It would dance as it casts his spells, like nyan 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 ni hao nyan, and then enemy burst into flame.
Like cringe. What spells it casting?
I'm
It's
improving the
cringe
campaign here.
spell.
That's all I'm hearing.
Anytime the cringe spell hits an enemy, it ignites them in flame.
Instantly kills.
If you manage to pull off a cat pun, all the enemies in range have to roll like 1d5 damage from just utter cringe.
if
You're
they
Neko, get away from me.
if your willpower test fails, your spine turns to jello.
Right, so to summarize it, normal bonky creature, as in just a demon, demon steed, or thing that rides on your shoulder and calls you gay.
things that ride on your shoulder and call you gay.
Well, it's like
Yeah,
a
I would.
like imagine like a little imp, something like that.
Yeah, it would be another sausage.
We don't need another sausage.
When you describe it to him next day, it's like no, no, no.
No, you will cringe. Oh my god. Right, I think the cat girl one sounds pretty promising. I'm not gonna lie.
No, what form?
But the thing is, the special ops thing means we could do some real gay ops to our political opponents.
It's a Swinesh demon, yeah, it would be gay ops.
Basically, we can do some really cringe shit there.
The demonette stat blocks comes with charm plus 20, gossip plus 20, performance, dancer, obviously. It's got torture too, incidentally.
I technically could learn it from the demon.
Yeah.
Is that making this entire trip meaningless? Trip canceled, everyone.
Disco's like, fuck you, man.
And it comes with like 55 fellowship improvements, so it would potentially have really fucking ridiculous charm and spying rolls.
See, that sounds like of all the demons, combat and all that, but like subterfuge, like that is something that's kind
To
of
be fair,
interesting.
that actually would be somewhat in line with how Skaven approach things. Don't deal with it directly. Try to find information to better your position.
There's something.
It would also fill a very large hole in your roster right now, since no Skaven have good fellowship.
That's
I tried,
true.
but alas, my roles at character generation did not agree.
Literally have the fucking scape. Oh my god, this is beautiful. What we do is we basically make Arch talk to himself by having.
No, I can tell you immediately what he would do. He's like, you say what you want, and then I'll just assume the demon does it.
No. We make the demon thing. We have to explain to what it wants, and then Arch has to talk to himself and convince himself of what we want.
Roll persuasion against yourself.
I mean, to be fair, he did say that the demon was an NPC.
It's
Yeah,
true.
you gotta talk to yourself.
No, the thing is, if you end up doing the Neko thing, and it's like a demon out of Swinesh that's a Neko creature, he'll just use that as the comic relief.
That does sound like it'd be good comic relief. Every time we've had a cat girl in Archer's campaign, it's always been a good move, generally. But
Or
here's...
her knee will be broken for how many months?
It's a demon. Knees can't break. They'll fix easy. No.
He's like, you underestimate my power.
No, the next question is, what do you guys think? Because I honestly think our, like, combat-wise, she would be useful in combat still, right?
Her combat stats are not bad by any stretch of the imagination. 2 attacks, decent weapon skill. Her strength isn't fantastic. Like, her damage wouldn't be remarkable. It wouldn't be like the fucking
Horn demon.
the Bloodletter, which comes in with 50 strength, like 3 attacks, magical demon weapon, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but
But she's not a slouch, you know.
she'll carry her own weight. That's the most important part. So it'll add another
I mean, not
front
hard, she's
line.
probably not carrying much.
Another frontline character, and we can use it to basically help us on the dialogue side of
Fulfill
things.
a very
Yes.
lacking role in the party.
Yes.
Bear in mind too, it's more like a rogue character. Like her toughness is not great, nor is her.
Imagine it's
wounds.
probably around like 30 or something like that.
So Dev 2.0, got it.
Yeah. So if she gets punched hard, that could be an issue.
Now, if she dies, I can resummon her, right?
Yes, but you'll have to go through all of the shit again.
Oh, Oh, cancer.
He's like, huh, maybe the bloodletter. Now that you're talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Like, we could think about this. We don't have to decide this session because we're not getting it now.
I wouldn't be against the demonette.
The NECA one's cute because it's funny and dumb, but the bloodletter is great because it also would beat the shit out of everything, which would be nice.
Yep.
It'd make combat.
And because it's a
easier.
demon weapon, that can get around a lot of bullshit immunities.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Because they're both are tempting, right? One will help us in the subterfuge side of things, but the other would help us with combat. Both are equally needed in terms of what we could do with it, so I think we'll have to mull that one over, meander a bit on that decision. But now that we know what our options are. Basting. Barge sitting there, he's like, I don't know what to say after. Scared of you.
I still like the idea of the Zinj thing. It's even softer, with even less toughness, and even less wounds, and even less attacks.
That's why I'm not so big on the Zinj thing.
My big hesitance with the Zinj thing is like there's like 2 additional pages of asterisks.
Now,
Yep.
can the demon's appearance? What would the demon look like, appearance-wise? Can we
A
mold
Slaneshi
it?
demon?
Yeah.
Well, as far as you're concerned, it'll look like the cringiest Nekomimi character I can find on short notice. As
Oh.
far as everyone else is concerned, the Slaneshi demons have so fucking much charm and seduction bullshit. Like, they've got a special ability. Basically, that means that everyone around them in 2 squares takes a -10 penalty to weapon skill and willpower, because they're thinking to themselves like, boner, why?
So what I'm hearing is they're basically Warhammer Asari. Got it.
Yep.
Yes. With a little bit of concealment, etc., they could operate in the normal, and nobody would understand. Like, that's the level of fucking kawaii they are. A mage, however, is going to see right through that shit, and is going to be screaming very loudly, very quickly.
Be like, calm down, don't be faggot. What are you, gay? That's true. Once we have a proper network around Zavastra and a proper criminal underground network we can establish in other cities, we can then get intel on whether there are mages present in the city and where their normal routes are, so we'll be able to take advantage of that. That'll be more on the dev side of things, I think. Or the Slaneshi Demonite can actually help us with that as well. Big tinkies.
From the lore blurb here, occasionally, particularly vile sorcerer will summon one of these demons for forbidden carnal pleasure. This usually ends in tragedy.
You don't fucking say.
He's like, dude, I really gotta bust a nut, and then gets his spine busted.
No. How I imagine it, the demonette lets him do his thing, but then after that, it's like, FYI, I'm part praying mantis.
Chews his head off.
Nom nom.
But yes, that's something you'll have to decide on, little Carl. Alternatively, you just get a horse, and the horse is a juggernaut, and it's dumb as shit, and it has no ability to mess with the party because it's actually an idiot. But it will get the party into a lot of troubles when it suddenly starts breaking through walls or tearing open holes in the fucking undercroft and just going like, rawr, running amok in local villages. Then you'll have
Then
to
when we
run
get in
after-
trouble, we'll just like look at or point in its face, and it's like, how can you get angry at such an adorable thing?
Considering its fellowship is 0, very angry, very easily. All right, so we do have some plans there. Dev's only plan is eat whatever he finds.
I'm already eating right now.
Both in and out of character.
Got it. And Disco and Ketchup's plans are surprisingly unifiable, everything considered.
Somehow. Almost as if it was predetermined. Almost.
And if Kyle wants a demoness, I'm presuming a dwarf's penis would be involved somehow.
What?
Yes, I think you're going to have to collect 12 different penises from 12 different races.
I don't think so.
I think so. I definitely think so now.
No.
Elf schlong, dwarf schlong.
If I get to determine
Lizardman
what the
schlong.
art of it looks like, then yes, we will go on the great cock hunt.
So long as you pay for the art in that case, yeah, sure.
All right, we have ourselves a deal. The great cock hunt commences now.
There are 2 rules. It must have nekomimis, and it must have those derpy-looking paw glove things. And they must be actual gloves rather than actual paws.
I'll talk to Jake, and we'll see what we can get.
Archer's like, I don't want to go full degenerate.
All right, so you should also figure out then what to do with Anatoly so that you can set that up, because you'll be gone for a month, maybe even more. So that's a perfect opportunity to get a long-term plan going with Anatoly in the meantime.
That's true. Now I think Anatoly should start building a base of power inside the city. Starting to get some followers amongst the Humanskis. People that are favorable to him. Perhaps some friends in the guard. Perhaps, maybe just the
we can
merchants.
recommend him. Fuck, who? I forget the other guard's name. Vasily?
Vasily.
Vasily.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me recommend him as a guard.
That'd be fantastic. Remember, keep
Funny
your
shit.
enemies close.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Exactly. Vasily must be amongst his personal retinue now.
You could do that. You could also be like, okay, here's X amount of gold. Use this for your political campaign. Bribes, blah, blah, blah. And literally instruct him to establish a party for, like, he's trying to do something. Like, in that case, you would basically have to tell me, like, okay, what do you want Anatoly to do? And then I'll tell you what he thinks about it and what he might need.
Give me Anatoly's campaign platform.
Basically, yes.
Open change for Zavastra. Worked the first time, work again,
I mean-
David.
No bullshit. You could literally be like, because it'd be smarter to do something that sounds like it's beneficial for Savastra, like more trade with the Empire, more money, more jobs for everyone, shit like that, like an actual political platform.
The thing is, I was
Worth
saying that
it.
as a joke, but unironically, I actually was leaning that way.
I'd lean that way too.
Also, kind of leaning into the, I guess at this point, not as much of a joke, quasi joke, getting this place to be more Empire aligned than Kislevide aligned.
That's true. I think he'll be more favorable to that as well. We basically come up with a political. Oh, go ahead, Dev. You got something? Come on, Dev.
Yeah, I just remembered. Did we roll for our ships at the start of the?
We did. The rolls were shit. We only got 4 tokens.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
All
big
right.
sad. Good catch,
It's
though,
gonna
Dev.
happen.
Good catch. Good to ask that. But yes, a political campaign. Because it's within his character that he would want to go for the Empire, basically building closer ties and connections with the Empire. He'll be all for that, so he'll be very much on board, which means he'll be passionate and driven in this cause, which is good because we can use that angle. And basically our goal for that would be boost trade with the Empire, increase Empire relations. Like, they are close, and be like, well, there are brothers, across the river, because they're literally down the river. Build connections that way. We can basically get them to start wanting to go for Anatoly more, and maybe get some secessionist ideas planted. Because with a bit of a secession of the town would be interesting. It would be beneficial for us, because it would focus the humans against each other. Because you'd get the Kislevite and Empire relations would worsen. Means collaboration between the two governments will deteriorate. This will be good for us, because then we can manipulate both parties more. Yes. What do you think? Full board time?
Also, as a side thing with the potential military buildup, if Sephor does want to show up, it means the humans' top side would be a bit more ready for it.
That as well. Plus, Zavastra would be receiving military arms from the probably
Empire.
I don't know what county he would be absorbed into, but regardless, Imperial
Whichever one
state
is close
troops.
by.
Imperial state troops means we get access to more resources. Plus, because of the town's interest and generated around this, would probably see the town become booming and prosperous, which means it would grow into a city.
And we were told that if the city we have a warrant under does well, that passively increases our stuff as well. Or at least our
Yes.
access to stuff.
Increasing the top side, plus making him in control, means that if a conflict does arrive, we can then take advantage of our imperial ties with him and having good imperial relations to call for imperial aid. Again, they won't be coming for quote unquote our aid, but we'll paint it in such a way that Zavastra is under threat. This can be applied to other Skaven enemies as well that try to pursue us. We can manipulate the humans to become our little buffer. Very sneaky, very squeaky. Think nobody's against this plan? This sounds perfectly evil, yes?
My God. There will be civil war.
Listen, we might cause war between Kislev and the Empire. It's a small price to pay for securing our ambitions. What is a few mortal human lives compared to that of a great Skaven empire? Clan Squeak will become strong.
I've decided to name your clan for you. It's Clan Bert now.
Bert?
Bert.
I think of the movie Terminator. Or not Terminator. Tremors. Similar because it has a T, okay? The Bert from that. That's pretty based. We've got Bert from Tremors. There we go. He's on our banner. Little hat.
The gun's fucking empty. Got you running though, didn't it?
That's good. I love that line.
Right, we have ourselves a plan then, so I can begin drawing up some things for the next session. 6, 7 odd ambushes on the way should buy me plenty of time.
That'll drag it out at least 4 sessions. At least 4.
Nuh-uh, that's what the guards were for, that we paid for.
We could still be ambushed, but we just have help.
He did say it would prevent ambushes. He did say that.
Oh, he did? Okay, well then never
Well,
mind.
he's
Fuck you,
lower
Bart.
than-
Help preventing. Help!
No.
Barge, no walking back now.
Barge.
I heard you.
Time for Barge to apologize.
Soon, the great reconquest of Germany will begin.
And then it will become Snorwegistan. It's beautiful.
All right. Well, most of our administrative stuff.
He's thinking. Barge
Okay, that was
EXE
really
has
stupid.
stopped responding.
I saw something very dumb, and it caused my brain to hurt a little bit.
All right, Spell Beans, what was it?
It's fine.
Tell me.
It's fine.
Tell me.
It's fine.
Tell me.
It's fine.
You will tell me. I'll keep nagging until he's like, shut your fuck up, fine, I'll tell you. Great.
There you go. And that's why the brain stopped working. Kyle's brain stopped working too.
Was
That happens
Alpha
regularly, though.
ever
Yes.
really working?
Okay, well, I think we will simply just wrap it there for today. Now that we know what everyone is doing and what everyone is going to do from here on out. Oh, well, that's going to be a no problem.
Was that
What?
Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus, Kyle, why did you do this to me?
What happened, little blonde bimbo?
Kyle deleted my super chat log.
That's false. Arch is like, I see super chats that make fun of me. I don't want to read them.
God damn it. Now I'm gonna have to look at that too. Right. Unless okay, so if there's any you should be thinking about Anatoly's political platform, and then we'll do that the next week because you'll have to set that up. And that'll probably be a whole other thing that I'll have to plan out in the background, and that'll take place over the month or 6 or 7 that you're over in Karak Ungor, as I'm sure I'll find some way to keep you there for an extended period of time. Is that understood? Do you know? Do you get it?
Maybe.
No, you don't.
Possible.
And Kyle will have to think more about his demon. Until Kyle has given me a full breakdown of what the demon is, I will not tell Kyle what he needs to get, and mysteriously enough, none of the things he needs will appear.
Ah, it's like in the game when it's like, you know what the quest is, so you go to the location, it's like, hasn't spawned.
God, the triggers haven't activated because you haven't hit the trigger to make it spawn.
Pretty much, yes.
That's thing is, the game does that because the game's like, this thing needs to. What if the player goes there beforehand? Developer's like, fuck the player, don't trigger it. And they have to go do the trigger. Fuck them. Fair enough. Gotta fuck that player. Gotta teach them a lesson. They've been naughty.
Very much so. Right then, let's do the super test now that I have found the thing. Sandoom says something insulting to Kyle. I don't need to go into detail what it is. Kyle Snicket is the necromancer's new boyfriend, and she can't wait to introduce him to her ex that she tries to stay friends with, the Great Horned Rat. Kyle is being cucked by a fantasy creature in my RP.
That's
These
not
things
true.
happen.
That's false.
Black
This is
1917
narrative.
says, Squeck and hail Arch Christ, our fluffy Lord and Saviour. Also, breed Kibbs. Hi Hands, hi Disco. How's Kitty?
Hello.
You know how Kitty is. You heard
Actually-
him in the last stream.
We don't know where Kitty is. We don't know how
Not
Kitty
you.
is.
Black does though.
You see, this one Black is gonna like, but I want to know how he's doing this stream.
He's not in order.
Disappointing. Lord of the Opossum says, hello everyone, how is your day?
It goes.
Dev's day was hard today. He woke up early, as in like 4 o'clock in the morning, and went like, hold on, why isn't the RP on? Then he
You
had to
guys
be
were
told
late
that
by an hour.
the times had changed. It's like, wait, the clock changes? Yes, Dev. Once a year. Twice a year, actually.
There must be arbitrarily, of course.
Slutimus Fowl says, blame Arch for letting her get easily surrounded. Slutimus knows nothing of the ladies. Slutimus does not understand that it is important to let women be surrounded. Slutimus does not understand that most women enjoy being surrounded. Disco may remain silent because she agrees. Space Wolf Blackmane says, check out the channel. That's a lot of weird letters with slashes over it. The almighty letter with slash over it, letter with slash over it, letter with a small p over it, letter with what appears to be a 2 sign over it.
Ah, yes. That one.
I can't read that. He has apparently released part 4 of his epic Berserk manga coverage. It's awesome. Would love to see him come on to promote. Oh. Tell me when he is done. If he's going to cover the entirety of Berserk, it should take him 20 odd years.
Fair enough.
A lot of the opossums says Dev is hibernating and Squeck for chat art, pretty please. Squeck. There you go. That's normally Kyle's job. Don't make me make Kyle make kibby noises. You will regret it.
True.
Sandoom says, Arch, since Hans Halbert is in... Hans Halbert? Ketchup. You mean Ketchup's Halbert. Yes. Since Ketchup's Halbert is in Grimgall's possession, would it gain a name or become magical because orcs? Yes. I imagine it's going to soak up all of that green skin energy and is going to get like a bonus to Skaven or something. It's like, yes, it's become a Kinslayer.
I mean, Kinslayer for Skaven in the hands of a Skaven actually isn't a problem.
Well, maybe I'll make it into one of those weapons like Abaddon's magical bullshit sword, which has a chance to hurt you. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? You'd enjoy that, wouldn't it?
I have a feeling that that's the wrong type of magic at play here.
Idea grows more pronounced. Lord of the Opossum says, Dev can be a pimp. Can you, Dev? No.
Probably not.
Probably. Lord of the Opossum also says, can Sausage be upgraded to Sausage 2.0? He has a gun. Kyle, you could just summon Sausage as your demon.
But why? I already
Because
have him.
Lord of the Opossum says so.
I already have him.
Yeah, but he's not technically. Yeah, but he's not technically a demon, though.
He isn't. He's just a fat rat in spirit.
He's just an immortal fat spirit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Andrew Jackson says, Dev in Water Deep, the criminal circuit is controlled by a beholder.
What?
In Water Deep, the criminal circuit is controlled by a beholder. We stare at Dev, expecting him to explain.
I have no idea.
God damn it. Andrew Jackson also says, Dev, a character wants to kill more children. See, that would be a better character motivation. Instead of eating various things, it's to collect a necklace of little children's ears.
Oh my god. Based.
Maybe their tongues or something. Then counts them out to people like, this is Timmy, this is Barbara. Lord of the Opossum says, Dev's end goal is to be the supreme murder hobo. Kinda. Dev needs to be less of a murder hobo.
Hold on, we're
Boag
Skaven. We're
says-
supposed to be murder hobos.
I don't know about that.
Skaven are murder hobos, they're betray hobos.
Yeah.
Betraying is in our blood.
Bogue donates a small stack of tacos that says, Dev should try and kill the Nyalmazu. That would be big game hunting, that's for sure. Warren Pond III says, sorry for showing up late as usual. We'll be going back to the start of the stream. In short order, hello to Arch, Kibbs, Disco, Ketchup, and Dev. Said hello to all of you. Aren't you happy?
What a nice lad.
He is a nice lad.
Nice nad? Archer,
Hi.
shut up.
Filthy.
Birch me smoke.
A Boag, Dev, become the rat with the sharpest fangs. Ah, perfect. Dev, say the one with the sharpest fangs wins.
Hold on, he has to put down his food first.
He's not being cooperative today. Yeah, damn it. Sandoom, the Warren doesn't have a name yet. It needs a name if you want to show off to other Skaven Warrens. That's true. You do still need to come up with a name.
True.
If you don't come up with a name within the next session, it's probably just going to be the septic tank. Lord of the Opossums, Hans and Arch doing a RP romance scene complete with sounds and dirty talk.
Sounds gay.
It's only gay if you don't imagine that the opposition isn't a man.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Black 1917 says, only Kyle's cheeks are for breeding. Ah, sell Kyle's ass to the fat, dirty rat man. Good.
Yes.
Mechanicus on Duty says, "Hey Arch, do you know about Mr. Welch? He's keeping a setting alive with passion and time, though he might make a good interview. He's dealt with the Walkers and is a fellow fan of Chaos Dwarves. I do not know of Mr. Welch." Welch is, I believe, is that the term for vomiting off cum? No, that's felch. It's close, but not quite. Welch.
Can't believe it.
Let's see. Ah, he's got himself a little YouTube channel. Maybe. I can send Kyle to negotiate.
Why? George,
I thought he was a fellow American, but now I question that.
what are you talking about? Being a homo boy? It's like a little bit.
None of your concern, Kyle.
Barchosexual?
But if you've got people like you'd want to see on the Archcast, just tell them to like send me a DM on Twitter or something, and that way I can know that it's the correct person. And we don't mind bringing on pretty much anyone, and we're not snobs here. Like if they're small or if they're big, that doesn't really matter. Just bearing in mind, we probably can't get the big ones yet because Kyle is dragging me down. We've probably been on 1 million subs.
Wait, which was the content creator's name?
Mr. Welch.
Okay. Another one people have been talking about is Yanovich with a J.
Yanovich, yes. He's currently afraid of being cancelled, I believe. So he'd be difficult to get on.
Is he? We can help him get canceled faster.
Yeah, I think that's what he's afraid of too.
You don't know until we get him canceled. He might like it.
We'll cancel Rosa first, then we'll move on to other people.
Our job.
Lord of the Opossum says, "What is your warrant's name? Some ideas I have are Scatland, Dunghole, Chicago, or Brown Eye City."
Oh, Chicago's pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't mind Chicago, though San Francisco is probably closer.
Maybe Los Angeles. Los Ratolos.
Yeah, I was about to say Los Ratolos.
There we go.
Not Alferia says, "The party should acquire a hobbit cook to make all the man-thing flesh more appetizing." You actually should. You should invade the, not at all the Shire, and abduct a hobbit.
Hey, we can abduct all the Lord of the Rings characters that is in
The
the lore
knockoff
and
characters which are in the lore.
Yes, because they have Aragorn, they have Legolas, they have all of them, except they're just Warhammer characters.
Yep. I think they were like, Aragorn's like Borogorn or something.
Something like that. We can abduct them and break them into our will, and they'll serve the Rat Lord.
Why did you capture us? I have a quest for you.
You need to take this ring and throw it into Carl Francis soup. Like, why? Because I said so.
Glow in the Dark says, "Be more specific about travel distances with or without Air Jordans, paved or unpaved, uphill or downhill, bathroom breaks, what kind of horse, middle-aged accurate horses, which are small or fancy horses, animal handling." That's a good idea, Glow in the Dark. I should make them roll animal See, I do believe there's a part in the rules where it's like roll animal handling for every like 10 miles or something.
You
That'd be a
see,
lot of
we
animal
already
handling
paid
rolls.
for someone to deal with that for us.
Yeah, we did.
Well, you paid for the cart and the horse and never said anything about the driver.
Now you said the services for it.
Then again, I have never looked at his stats. His stats might be shit. Like he inherited the cart and the horse from his grandfather, and since you just left like the thing up to me, you just picked the first dude in line. See, this is the problem, right? In some cases of GMing, you have to just hand wave things. This was a lesson I learned when I was operating on Kyle's leg, and I was basically going to kill his character by trying to heal it because I was playing the rules as written. Like, yes, you need to now roll these to see if you kill the character whilst operating on him. And it was like a 50-50 chance. It's brilliant.
I had to survive so many fucking bullshit rolls. Still mad about it.
Glow in the Dark also says, Dev, embrace Barrel-chan. Kibbs left her. She is lonely. If Dev refuses, I request a barrel mimic, that is yandere, for Kibbs. Okay, that'd be kind of funny.
Kills
Maybe
ants.
I can make that into the cart. The cart grows sentient during the journey. Follows Kibbs.
These things happen. Carson wakes up out of
The
bed.
cart is sentient. That means we don't need the horse.
The cart's literally inside the bedroom. He's like, how the fuck did it get?
Talk about morning wood.
We're fighting Zephyr back in the tower. The cart fucking throws him out of the tower. It's like,
Lifts Kyle's up in its wheels, I guess, carries him off.
oh no.
Oh, God, no. Ow, ow, ow! Jesus, no, ow. Don't mind me. I was fiddling with the thing on my desk and I managed to get my finger trapped. Glow in the Dark again says, going through Skaven underway is like going through Detroit. Expect complications and to be mugged. Correct. Imagine walking through, like, right, you go to New York, you buy lots of designer clothes, and then you have, like, your hotel on the other side of Harlem. That's the Skaven underway. Like, they will take the designer bags and the fancy chests and everything, they will take that as a provocation. And they won't even rob you, they'll just kill you. Lord of the Opossum says, Catkill Demon, and the Catkill Demon only damages Kyle.
Happens.
A little cruel.
Happens to the best of them.
After roll a fellowship roll, do that after the combat.
Glowy says, we need training montage music every time they learn something on the spot. Kyle in Deep Dark Cave, I can't read. I need to learn Terwarish now. Play the music, go need a montage.
It's more like a, DLC. It's like a downloading patch.
It's true, and worst case, Gnarl does have an open language slot.
Like in the Matrix. Like, I know Chinese now. Ching chong,
True.
ding bong.
Run into a character we have no reasonable expectation of knowing their language. Just pay the 100 XP. Downloading language patch.
You find a dude from goddamn Cathay down in the underway, and you're like, beep, 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 beep. Bing bong. Long schling schlong.
Then we decapitate him and eat him.
And all he's saying
you
is,
come across an NPC and there's just a little message pops up and it's like, to buy the DLC for this NPC.
the best part is,
Manmans.
the best part is once you get the language, all he's asking is, do you know the way?
Literally a dumb meme reference, and then we just kick Arch in the teeth. He's like,
It's like you
My
have
name
to
is
be a
Knuckles.
bit...
Do you know the way? I can do that.
Yeah, the way
Glowy
is with
says,
us.
if Arch is the demon talking to himself as an NPC, that might be bad for the party. Arch, I can make the outcome whatever I want because I'm the one talking. Demon, hello shop owner. I want rope. Shop owner, 100 gold for rope. Demon, okay, have a 25 gold tip. Yeah, you might not want to send the demon out on shopping missions. At least not directly. You can be like, demon slut, seduce the shop owner. Fine.
It's like, yeah, it's work they enjoy, but they're being told to do it against their will, kind of.
You would like to. And then he dabs, says chat, Uganda Knuckles. Like, I force you to spend 100 XP. He just goes like, my name is you Knuckles. Do you know the way? They'll kill the character, but they'll have spent 100 XP on doing so. IDW says, Kyle pays his demonette 250 warpstone to peg him. He did do that. That's true. We actually have evidence of Kyle paying 250 warpstone to be pegged by a demon. A snake
Actually,
demon,
we
specifically.
we formed a coalition to have the demon peg Slutimus. True.
Acceptable.
Slutimus's bunghole is about to be violated any minute. Covering his butt now. Scared.
The Real Halcinator says, hi Botch, hi Hans, hi Kibbs, hi Dev, hi Disco. Did you know they sell silicone boots for cats so they can scratch you while you bathe them? It also makes them so they can't stand.
My cats like the bath, though.
Put the
They're Bengals.
silicone boots on them so they can't squeeze you.
Booties. Little booties. Look happy.
You should still put boots on them because it'd be funny.
Poor kitty.
And finally, Riaz Gaming says, Arch hashtag breed kibs will live again. And oh, hi, Dev.
Dev's dead.
Dev is dead.
Yes.
Dev, why are you even alive? He has no answer for us. He has no response.
I imagine he would say to suffer and consume sustenance.
To suffer and to eat animals. All right. Well, with all of that out of the way, a little bit of an administrative session today, and we'll get on to the adventures to Karak Ungor. Not tomorrow, which was I was about to say. Tomorrow is further carpentry in Project Zomboid. But first, there's also the Archcast, where you will be able to see live on air a snake trying to seduce Kyle into allowing it to peg him. It will be quite memorable, I'm sure.
It's the snake is going to try to seduce Kyle into accepting that term, and that's not going to work. Snake has tried multiple times.
Personally, I'm looking forward to the attempt to be made nevertheless. So, until next week, thank you all very much for watching, and thank you for your many and super generous donations, and we'll see you then for the trip to Karak Ungor, long and eventful journey, which will include cave dragons. Have a good day.